Hello and welcome back. So, in the last episode, we talked about how you and your interest area are the first pillar of building your expert niche. We gave you the analogy of a three-legged stool, whereby we talked about the place where you can sit. The seating area of this tool has three main pillars, and that includes you. And so, in that area of you, we talked about how important it is that you should have found your interest area, narrowed down. We're talking about the North Star, your main category, your broad category, and choosing at least three main interest areas that you're remotely interested in, and you should be willing to work on for at least for the next few couple of years without giving up. And so we talked about that one. And so it's one of the first legs of the three-legged stool. And in this episode, we're going to be covering the second pillar, or the second leg of the three-legged stool, that is your expert niche. So now, if you don't know how to pick, you still haven't narrowed down on which specific area that you want, I'd suggest finding the three areas and make those three. In the last episode, you should have found at least three areas. So in this episode, my goal is, remember, we're talking about progress, not perfection. So it's about progress, not perfection. And so if you can't narrow down, just use something as random as a game of rock, paper, and scissors. Make one of the niches or one of the areas like rock, the other one is paper, the other one is scissors. And whichever one wins, use that one. And just don't even look back, just use that one. The goal here is for you to understand the process by actually doing it. And that way you can be able to understand the process instead of just having ideas in your head. And once you do it and put it down on paper, even if you decide 6 months from now, this is not where you want to focus on, you may be able to easily change, and you would have to go through the 6 months process of actually learning everything that we've learned so far from scratch again. And so it kind of helps you to kind of quickly jumpstart or hit the ground running very quickly. And so I suggest you can just go through the motions as you're now. In fact, I actually suggest just put it on your YouTube channel and just don't publish the videos. At least for now, just note these things down, note the steps down, and just don't publish it yet. Think about it as you're going to do it for yourself. Nobody's ever going to find what you're doing. And so just write it down as like a secret project of yours. Okay? And so I'm using the example of a YouTube channel. We'll talk about how to publish and how to publish and where to publish and things like that later on. But for now, I want you to understand the foundational concept because the most important thing is to actually know how to think and know the process. That way you can be able to easily repeat it should the necessity come. Okay? Now, like I said, the goal is progress, not perfection. And so once you understand the process, it's going to be much easier to do it the second time round. And if you feel like you chose the wrong one, by all means, change it. But give it some time. Give it 6 months to a year. And then you can start again from fresh next year. Okay? Now, for this episode, we're going to talk about the second pillar, which revolves around the three core markets. Now, if you look at most expert businesses, they are formed around those three main core areas or three core markets. Okay? Now, they're either in the health, and these core markets are either the health, wealth, or relationships. Most of the things that are bought, most of the things that are sold revolve around those three areas, because those are the three main areas that human beings have needs and wants in. Now, we'll talk about the emotional desires of human beings in a much later video, probably months from now. It's not something that we should discuss right now, otherwise you'll be overwhelmed. But for now, just know that the three main areas that people worry about or stress on or have to invest in on a daily basis, that includes the health, wealth, and relationships. Just to give you an idea, you brush your teeth so you don't have bad breath. So that comes around health. You go to work so that you can get money, and that includes wealth. And you do that just so that you can have a relationship with your wife or your kids and whatnot, because they need money to survive and actually need money to actually go to work and even be healthy. And so you find the three main areas that you have to spend on include the health, wealth, and relationship. And so those are the three main core markets. Now, so the first thing that I did was find out which one of these areas, or these core markets, my interest area is rooted in. And for me, that is, without a doubt, that is a wealth core market. And so after that, the next thing that I did is to actually dig deeper, because you find that wealth is a pretty general category. Okay, so there's many different ways of generating wealth or making money, or just the business area, the business aspect. So there are many different areas about the wealth market, and so that is not exactly a very specific thing that you can work on, because it's a very broad category. It's like saying you're just like it's like just being a student and whereby you're learning everything at once, so you can't actually specialize. It's like becoming the jack of all trades when it comes to one specific area. So like wealth, so you become the jack of all trades. You're an investor here, or in this. you're an investor here, you're a trader there, you do this there, you do this. And so it doesn't really kind of allow you to carve out your own unique spot in this market that is the digital verse. And so one of the core markets that I chose, my interest is rooted in, and for me that is wealth. And so the next thing I did is to at least dig down 2 levels. And so you want to go deeper. Okay, so we're not talking about just wealth. What is specifically in wealth? And once you find that thing that is specifically in wealth, what about it specifically are you going to cover? And I'm going to give you an example, because right now I'm being big in all this, but I'm going to give you an example later on in this episode. And so the next thing I did is to dig at least 2 levels down. Why? It's going to help me and you, if you're actually following along this process, identify the people you're going to serve. And so basically we're going to come up with our niche by the end of this episode. And so, or at least have a rough idea of the niche that you're going to be serving, of the niche that you're going to be serving, and the niche that you are going to be serving if you're following along. And it's going to help you identify the people who you have been called to serve. Okay? So now, I'm going to show you how to dig deeper in the category that you choose, so that you can carve out your piece of the pie in that area. Now, using this channel as an example, the comment that I chose, as already established, this is wealth. And from then on, you can go deeper into a sub-market. And so once you have the wealth, that is the main broad category. And so going deeper, we have the sub-market that includes, and they're very different dimensions or different areas you can specialize in wealth. And so, for instance, you can be wealth, but in forex trading. You can be wealth, but in investing. You can be wealth, but in stock trading, in retail, in real estate, in sales, in venture capitalism. And I'm sure you get the idea by now. So there are all different avenues that you can involve, or you can invest in, or you can, there are all these different sub-specialties or sub-markets inside the main market that is wealth. And so in my case, it's kind of a mesh or a blend, which is something you can do. It's something like a mesh or a blend between marketing, sales, personal branding, and online businesses, and sales finance, and all this other good stuff. It's kind of a blend, but I'm able to do that one because I've had experience in that area for the previous years, not specifically, but I've learned enough to actually know, why all these different areas kind of converge together. And that is the area of my specialty in this channel. Now, that is the first level. So if you have wealth, let's say you decide to become a forex trader. And so you're under wealth and then a forex trader. Let's say you're a real estate investor, so you're under wealth, but you're a real estate investor instead of the wealth category. Now that's the first level. And so you could be wealth, real estate, or sales, or online business, for finance or stock trading. That is the basic first level. Now if you go deeper, then it could look something like, so you chose wealth and then forex trading. And then inside of forex trading, you could specialize specifically on binary options, or you could choose cryptocurrency, or you could choose euro versus a dollar, trading the euro versus a dollar, or you can choose trading the New York Stock Exchange, or the London SE, or the London Stock Exchange, or the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. So you can kind of identify the specific area. So you'd be your main niche, because you find the category and then the sub-market and then the niche. So your main niche would be something like wealth, and then the sub-market would be forex trading, and then the sub-market would be binary options. And so that will be your area of expertise. That is the area where you're going to develop your knowledge in, and that is going to be your expert niche. To give you another example, if you're doing the real estate market, and you'd have something like, and so you have wealth and then real estate, and then if you dig deeper, you have residential real estate or commercial real estate, or you're a fixer-upper, or you do Airbnbs, and so that kind of helps you to narrow down the main niche or the main area that you're specializing in. If you decide to do sales, that would be, you can be something like high ticket. You can become a high ticket closer or high ticket sales. You can do technical sales. You can do medical sales or solar sales or whatever it is that you choose. So I'm just basically giving you an example of some of the areas that you can specialize in when you do actually decide to narrow down. And so you have the main area that is wealth. You can choose forex trading or real estate or sales, and then dig deeper. That can be binary options or residential real estate or high ticket closer. And so inside of this main category, you have the sub-market. Inside of this sub-market, you have the niches, and that's where the money really is. Now, to give you an example, another one of the core markets, that is health. This is how it would look like if you choose the health niche. And so you have the health, and sub-markets in health include clean eating, dieting, nutrition, bodybuilding, and weight loss. And instead of clean eating, if you go deeper inside of clean eating, so you have health, clean eating. If you go deeper inside of clean eating, you probably focus on something like, as an example, organic foods. If you go into something like health, and then the sub-market being dieting, You can focus on something like inside of the submarket of dieting, something like a ketogenic diet. If you decide to focus on nutrition, you can focus on gut health. So it can be health, nutrition, and then gut health. If it is bodybuilding, you can do health, bodybuilding, and then becoming a fitness model. If it is weight loss, you can do health, weight loss, and then weight loss for people who are over 40 years old. If it is in the relationship core market, you can find some of the sub-markets in the relationship core market include networking, dating, marriage, partnerships, parenting. And so now inside of that one, you find if you go even deeper, you'd find like in the relationship as the main category, the sub-market is networking. You can have multi-level marketing. You can go relationships, dating, and then dating on Tinder or getting back your ex. You can go relationships, marriage, and then reconciling divorces. You can go relationships, partnerships, and then partnerships for tech startups. You can go relationships, parenting, and then parenting for teenagers or for kids under a certain age, or this is some of the things that you can just focus on. And so you find here the main takeaway here is I want you, depending on the 3 areas that you chose in the last episode, find out where exactly you belong in these 3 core markets and actually drill down in each of those 3 areas. Okay, start with the first one, the second one, the third one. That way you can have an idea and then you have kind of muscle memory on what you need to do in case you decide to change your niche later on down the road. But it should give you the idea. So by doing this, the process, you can be able to come up with the idea of what you need to do. And so find out which of the core areas or which one of the core markets, whatever your interest area aligns with, and then dig deeper to actually come to a place where you can find your niche, something that you're remotely interested in. And that's how I came up with this niche. And using the 3 main areas that you chose, now I want you to try and go deep at least 2 levels. Find the market or the niche that you're going to be interested in, that you're remotely interested in, and that's where you can carve out your piece of the pie and make money in the process. And that's it. That's it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comment section below. Let me know if you like this episode. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and don't hesitate to show me to put down your niches in the comments. Don't worry about other people or copying it. It's not necessarily a big deal, and I'll show you that one later on. But even if people copy it, you have to understand something. The same way you have a unique fingerprint, so does everybody else. And your own unique experiences are different to everybody else. So even if you're talking about, it's like if you look at the celebrity market, you have different actors. People like Denzel Washington, for a certain way he acts. He's an actor, but even Will Smith does the same kind of movies that Denzel does. And yet the two are different. You have people who prefer Will Smith over Denzel because of the personality. And so you have even Martin Lawrence on the other hand. So he brings in the funny. You've got in the martial arts film, you've got Donnie Yen, who's more action and serious kind of action. You've got Jet Li, he's known for his speed. You've got Jackie Chan, he's known for being funny and And so don't worry about it. You have your own unique fingerprint, so you can add your own unique twist that will attract people to you. So you don't need to worry about people copying. Just let it down in the comment section below and I'll show you. And just to show me that you guys are actually following along and to kind of encourage me as well to actually keep posting out these episodes. So thanks again for watching and for listening. Looking forward to hearing from you guys in the comment section below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Bye.